Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's continuing the skin series and it's a little chat about cleansers and different styles of cleanser, because it used to be that you either did your creamy cleanser or your milk and that was it, and then you went on with your toner, which is now no longer quite as necessary as it used to be, because so many products are now so advanced that you don't really need to make sure that you're taking off any traces that are left over. Still has its place in some though. It's still nice to do in a facial, so don't disregard toners completely yet, but they're definitely not where they used to be, where it had to be your cleanse, your tone, your moisturise. But when Avon said to me, would I like to see some of their different products, I thought it'd be quite good just to show you a quick demo of using a cleansing balm and a cleansing oil. There's so many different ones on the market, but sometimes people try them and don't get on with them, or they think that's going to be extremely oily on the skin. It's not always the case. With the cleansing balm, once you activate it with water, it starts to become much creamier, and the same goes with the oil. You start to use the oil, you use it on the face, and then you activate it with water and it becomes much creamier, and you just transform the way that it works and it almost becomes a different product. So we're going to do a demo with these two products, but just to chat you through some cleansers, it's worth, if you're not sure what works for you, or sometimes you feel as if you're trapped in using a certain style of cleanser and you're really not sure if it's doing your skin any good, then just look at a couple of things within your routine. So, are you constantly getting dry skin? Do you feel as if once you've used the cleanser, your skin feels extremely dry after it? It could be that it's too harsh for you. Sometimes people use a cleanser that might be more of a daily scrub, and really, if you can help it, you don't really need to be scrubbing every day. So sometimes if people have got a blemished skin, they'll use like a daily cleansing scrub, but what they don't realise is they're not giving the blemishes a chance to heal. So rather than using a scrub that you think is scrubbing away all the dryness or the bacteria or the irritation that's causing the problem, you might actually be making the problem worse, and you might have to switch your cleanser and go for something that's still effective but much more gentle. So you also get products such as, you've got your Nourish London, this fantastic one, which is the 3D, or the Kale 3D Cleanse. This is the one that goes on and it's quite creamy, but it almost looks as if you're putting a mask on, but it's not, it's the cleanser. And then when you just keep working with it and you activate it, it changes from white to green. So this is quite clever too. I also like the Burt's Bees. So this is the sensitive facial cleanser with cotton extract. You get absolutely no foam from this at all. It is so gentle. If you're really struggling with sensitivity and no matter what you try, it feels as if it's just irritating your skin, something like this could be very good because it is so gentle. It does have a slight scent, but it's a very light scent. So if you think there's absolutely nothing I can find that is not irritating me, it's all in some shape or form just irritating my skin, could be worth looking at something like this. You've also got cleansing gels, foaming facial washes, you name it. There's so many different styles of cleanser, and if you want me to look way more in depth into them, I can do it for you, but it's just to get you thinking about that part of your routine. It doesn't matter whether you're a soap and water person, whether you've got the complete wardrobe of all the different products. Sometimes you just need to sit and just have a look and think, right, what's working for me, what's not working for me. And as I always say, just because it doesn't work for you doesn't mean it's not an excellent product. It just could be that your skin doesn't need it at that moment, or there could be something in it that just doesn't agree with your skin, or you might save it for when you need an intensive treatment, or maybe it's better in the summer or the winter, so you stash it and you use it when you need to. But sometimes you have to look at what you're using, and if it's not working for you anymore, now could be the chance to say, right, we've tried that, it wasn't for me, it's time to try something new. So what I'll do now is talk you through a little demo. We're going to use the cleansing balm and the cleansing oil, and I'll just show you how easy these products are to use when previously you might have thought they will be just way too complicated for me or I won't like the result. I think you'll be surprised. Our first cleanser that we're going to use today is the Avon True Nutraeffects Miracle Glow. Now this is a lightweight cleansing oil. It's soap-free, suitable for sensitive skin, allergy tested and free of parabens and dyes. So what you do is it's got a sticker at the back and you peel the sticker back, and then what happens is you can then look for your preferred language and get your instructions there. So it's 2 to 3 drops of the oil. You apply it as your cleanser on dry skin. Once you've performed your cleansing routine, you then activate with some water and it turns it into a cleansing milk. So as you can see at this point, we're using it as a dry oil. So you can imagine if you've got a particularly dry skin, how good that's going to feel. Now when you're activating it with the water, it starts to change quite quickly and you get much more of that moisturising milk. So it's still very easy to use, it's still got good slip to it, but it very much changes from being an oil into being that milky lotion. So again, use your effleurage, use your thumbs, get right in to those crevices, into the chin, into the nose. Really, it's easy to use just to cover that face. It's a good introduction to facial oils if you're not convinced that you want to use something that's completely oil-based. If you want to see how you get on with the cleansing oils but then have that activation where it changes, then this could be a good product to give a try. Again, it's really easy just to work into all those areas and just spend a little bit of time. And then once you're ready to remove, you can easily splash it off with warm water. For the benefits of the demo, I'm using water on a cloth and just using that toweling cloth. And the good thing about using a product like this is if you do feel your skin is on the drier side, then you'll feel as if the initial parts of your daily cleansing routine begin with hydration. So don't rush, just spend a nice amount of time treating your face, removing the product, enjoying the benefits of the moisturising properties. And then when you pat your face dry, you should hopefully avoid any initial dryness that sometimes can occur if you're using a product that's possibly a bit too harsh for your particular skin type. When you use an oil, that's something that you can pretty much guarantee won't be happening. But again, you never know if your skin might not get on with something, so if in doubt, give it a try. But it's very simple to use and very light. It really isn't greasy. Our second cleanser that we're going to demo today is the Avon Anew Clean Transforming Cleansing Balm. And it's for all skin types, but again, it's always worth doing your patch test or giving it a try for a day or two just to see how your skin gets on with it. And remember, even if your skin doesn't get on with something immediately, it doesn't mean that you're never going to get on with it. It could be that your skin's being a little bit sensitive or you're using it at the wrong time. Your skin doesn't need it at that point. So with the cleansing balm, because it's a solid product, but it will transform into a workable balm/oil, you're going to use a small pea-sized amount. So for today, I'm using a cotton bud, but if you're using it for yourself, then obviously you can just take that out yourself. You can scrape it out with your nails. If, however, you want to keep your product completely clean with no cross-contamination, then obviously you could do the same. You could have a little spatula or a cotton bud too. So your pea-sized amount, then you're melting it between your fingertips or your hands, and then it becomes a nice smooth oil. As with our previous oil, you're applying it to the face and neck, and you can actually take this over the eye area, but again, be very gentle. So you're doing your massage in circular motions, but then what you can do quite quickly with this one, rather than work it immediately over the face, is you can begin the process with your water activation. So with wet hands, you can actually watch it transform, and this becomes a nice creamy lotion. So your previous oil was more like a milk, this is more like a lotion. So what you're doing here is like your standard deep cleanse routine, working over the areas, nice firm pressure in your fingertips, scissoring, circular motions, frictions, just doing everything you can to get that dirt, that makeup out of the skin, boost the circulation, Again, as we know, it's also always relaxing. Making sure that you cover the full facial area. And with this one, the preference in the instructions is to remove with a damp washcloth. What you might prefer to do, it's your choice, is to maybe splash the face first, just before you do that. But again, choice is completely yours. But your damp face cloth, take your time just making sure that you're removing any product residue. It will be normal with something like this to maybe have a little bit of redness because you're using the cloth, so you are stimulating the circulation. Again, it's quick, it's effective, it does what you want it to do, which is cleanse off any residue of makeup, old products, dirt, just day-to-day living from the facial area. And then you can either choose to pat the skin dry or just finish off with a little massage at your temples.